Hi. Today at Culinary School, we had a free day, freestyle day. And basically, what that is it gives us an opportunity to come up with our own recipes and implement them. Now, we're told what we're going to focus on, like what main would that be, whether that is a particular style of meat, chicken, fish, whether or not we have to present our main dish as a vegetarian dish. And then there's a list of ingredients, available ingredients that is available throughout the kitchen. And you have to stay within that. We were instructed that we had to have a pasta. And so we had a pasta as our first course, and then we had a main dish. Mine this time was chicken, and then we were encouraged, if the time allowed, and you made sure it allowed, that you had a dessert. So I went through and decided to keep a very light pasta, a dish. I didn't want anything really heavy, and came up with a almond garlic pasta, and worked out fabulous. And then we went into a chicken dish, and the chicken was with prosciutto and sage, and I used a cheese, a tagliajo cheese, which is fantastic. It's just like the stinkiest Italian cheese you'll ever smell. It's really gross, but it melts so evenly and beautifully, and because of its pungent smell and nature, it brings to the dish. And then I topped it off with a spicy broccoli and Divine. It's a small little Italian style lettuce, and grilled that up and put that on, and then had a coconut macaroons that I made, and made a chocolate sauce that had some cardamom and some coconut Malibu rum in it, butter, and then had some creme fraiche that I rolled in some honey, and put that in with dusted with powdered sugar and coffee grounds, and that was my dessert. I'm going to send pictures with the video so y'all can see it. But what I wanted to show y'all is so what we have to do is you're given, like I said, your menu or your homework for the evening, which I'm finishing up what I did last night and what I worked on today, and then I'm going to transition and go into what my homework is for tomorrow. But what I wanted to point out to y'all is when you come up with recipes, whether or not you find them and you implement them, whether or not you are gifted enough to come up with them on your own, usually have to have inspiration, and so I can blend recipes together. Pull a little bit here, pull a little bit there. I haven't developed a talent or the ability to really come up with things from scratch. Sometimes I can, like a little quick fire. Hey, I got this. I'm going to put this all together, and, fingers crossed that it's going to work, right? But what I was going to recommend is when you find recipes and you're putting them down, it really helps to read them before you cook. I like to rewrite my recipes because then it really just sticks in. And not that I have everything memorized, but it's a little bit more fresh in my head. And I can make notes of, hey, I'm going to have to be doing this, and hey, I'm going to have to be doing that. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to make sure that everything is ending and coming together right at the same time when you're supposed to do it. So that way you're not, finishing up something and your steak hasn't rested for 5 minutes and you cut into it way too soon, and spoil such a beautiful dish. Or, you end up waiting too long and it becomes too cold, because you didn't start maybe your blanched carrots or whatever you're doing. That way you're balancing it out and you're coming together. When you're making a meal for yourself, I don't know, I'm picky for me because I think I'm just as important as guests coming into my house. I'm not going to treat my body any differently. I want the best for myself. So if I'm going to do it for me, if I'm going to do it for a guest, then why wouldn't I do it for myself? I'm not just some hey, whatever, you're not as important as the next person. No, I am. So however you view it, though, I'm not judging, I'm just telling you how I view things. And so that helps me whenever I go to plate other people, because I'm already treating myself that way. So when I write out my menus, I'm looking at start from finish. What are the flavors? How are they going to carry through? Is there a dot that's connecting one to the next? And then what I'm learning here is making notes. What worked? What didn't work? What if they didn't have something and I had to make a quick adjustment? What was that like? Once I plated, how could I have done something a little bit different to perfected it even better? And those are great because even if you're not a professional chef, even if you're just one that likes to entertain, or ones that have company come over, or you have holiday meals, or whatever the case might be, you do this probably already. But what's great about this is when you write things down, and you can make your little notes on your sheets, you don't have to remember those things. And as for me, I have 3 beautiful baby girls, and I look forward to sharing the gift of cooking and bringing that gift to them that they can carry through. And so that way, when they come and they look at my menus and my recipes, they see what worked well for me. And they can make their own adjustments and do whatever they would like, but at least it gives them guidance. At least they don't have to be working through it. And it gives them something that they can also carry on, and they know that, oh, I remember my mom making this, or, whatever the case might be, and they can carry that through. So anyway, I wanted to point that stuff out, and just give you little pointers, because I love, as you know, I love cooking, and I love sharing and inspiring you to try to pick up something and try to feed yourself as well as you can, with as much nutrition as you can. It's important. You're important. So just try it. But anyway, I hope this helps. I hope everybody's doing fantastic. And I'm going to get this done, get my homework started, get some yoga done for today. All this week I'm doing yoga, trying to give my muscles time to recover and heal and grow in different ways, and not just pounding them all the time. So remember that food for thought too. But anyway, that's enough of your time, and love you all, and I hope you're doing well. Mwah.